What's up, everybody? Hope you're all doing well. We don't do a ton of brewing on the channel, but every now and then we come up with something that feels a little interesting, a little different, a little exciting. So I wanted to share that video with you today. This is a Dimir Phoenix Fleet airship kind of sacrifice style build that we actually put together live over at twitch.tv/the_control freak. And I wanted to bring this league to you. So the idea here is you get this really cool artifact based start, your Tamio, Emery, Mox Opal, Mox Amber, Mishra's Bauble kind of core. You've seen that before in decks like Underworld Breach and some of the Affinity lists, the Metalcraft decks floating around. We're going black instead of red to get access to cards like Basim, a really cool draw engine plus clock. It allows you to draw a card the first time you cast a historic spell each turn. So all of your artifacts, your legendary spells like Tamio and Emery, your artifacts like Phoenix Fleet Airship. We've got some Orcish Bowmasters to help out with our interaction, along with Strategic Betrayal and Metallic Rebuke. We do have a Harbinger of the Seas in the main because we've got all these Mox Ambers, Mox Opals able to help us with our black mana along with the basic swamp. We're a 4 Urza Saga deck. We've got Deadly Dispute in the main, 3 copies. Let you sacrifice an artifact or a creature to draw 2 cards and create a treasure token, which doesn't seem that exciting until you start combining it with cards like Phoenix Fleet Airship, the new 4-mana artifact vehicle from Avatar, that at the beginning of your end step, if you sacrifice a permanent, you create a token that's a copy of it. And then if you have 8 copies, they all become creatures. So you can flood the skies with a bunch of these giant flying airships. And then we do have a copy of Obsessive Pursuit in here, which is an enchantment I'm interested in trying out a little bit more. When it enters and at your upkeep, you lose life, create a clue token. So like a Bitter Blossom for clues, except you get one when it enters. And then whenever you attack, you put X/1/1 counters on target attacking creature, where X is the number of permanents you sacrifice this turn. If X is 3 or greater, that creature gains lifelink. So with cards like Basim being unblockable, Tamio being flying, Orcish Bowmaster making itself an extra tokens, it's not too difficult to get this thing online. Cards like Deadly Dispute allowing you to sacrifice the initial permanent, make a treasure that you can then sacrifice to cast something else, sack a fetch land or the clue token that you get off Obsessive Pursuit, a Mishra's Bauble or Bauble you got back from Emery, something like that. You're able to get this card online a lot quicker than you thought you would and create some big life total swings. Spoiler, it does end up coming up in this league and mattering. In the sideboard, we've got second Harbinger of the Seas, a couple copies of Force Negation for some of the unfair matchups, 3 Mystical Dispute, a Stern Scolding, 4 Consigned to Memory, and then a couple extra targets for Urza Saga in Ghost Quarter and Pithing Needle, and Ashiok to help out with decks like Eldrazi or Amulet Titan, and a Toxic Deluge because I wanted a sweeper for some of the aggro matchups. Anyway, let's go ahead and hop into it so you can see how the deck performs, and who knows, maybe you're interested in trying it out for yourself. Oh boy. Do we want to keep Basim, draw a card? Do we want to keep Harbinger? I kind of want to keep the Harbinger because just being like on the play with a turn 3 Harbinger might be good enough. No. Well, if our Basim gets countered, we cry. Cry slightly less. Do we want to just play Urza's Saga into the blue deck? Kind of. Like worst case scenario, we can Harbinger next turn and lock our Saga on 2. Well, now we're never Harbingering. This is fine. Save the rebuke for something else. Force of negation. Man, against the Quantum Riddler deck, aren't we so much happier that we added strategic betrayal instead of fatal push? Just right off the bat. Kidding. They're going to consign my search trigger. Punchy. Want Opal or do I want Spell Bomb? Like Aether Spell Bomb? Could just get Lava Spur boots. Fine. Surprised they're not blocking the bigger one with the boots attached to it. Wonder what the reasoning there was. Matic ending my token. I wonder if they meant to hit the boots there. Is this Harbinger or is this Basim? I could Basim hold up Metallic Rebuke. Or I could Harbinger equip the boots. Yeah, I think I like Basim Rebuke better too. Really need to draw one of my 37 free artifacts here. Hey, look at that. I would like to draw a free card. All right, so Basim can't be blocked here, and it's going to get a counter. And we could just like pass with double Metallic Rebuke up. I think I like that plan. Like sink into Stupor plus Rebuke. Passing the turn. All right, let's go ahead and fetch, see if we can like bait out a Wan Chi Tong or something. Okay. Man, y'all ever played with this Basim card? Card pretty good. Card pretty good. Solitude off Ephemerate. So I could sink into Stupor this and try to get another card. I could Metallic Rebuke. We could Rebuke twice, but I would be like completely tapping out and losing everything in hand. And that seems very sketchy here. Now, if this is like Force Negation and I get to Rebuke this Solitude, I feel pretty good. Hoping they don't have a second Force Negation. That turned out pretty good for the home team. All right, hard cast Quantum Riddler. Hard cast Quantum Riddler. One time dealer. You have another Solitude, another. Your hand was just double Solitude, triple Ephemerate. Ugh. Gross. Gross. The double Solitude, triple Ephemerate. All right. They do have a Quantum Riddler on Warp. I like Betrayal, but I don't think I'm going for the Harbinger right here. I kind of think I would rather make two big constructs and search. That way I can attack through this Quantum Riddler and not have to tap off of Metallic Rebuke. This would be 3/3, my turn, 4/4, tutor up. They're 5/5s. Lava Spurt on one of them is a 6/5. This consign on the trigger. So I think I have to Metallic Rebuke this. Yes, I have to Metallic Rebuke if I want to force them to have to chump block. Grab Opal. I can equip, and then Emery's free basically. Do Amber, Lava Spur onto one of you. Oh no, I should have Lava Spurred onto the Emery first. I had lethal. Yeah, I had lethal. All right, well, opponent was nice and scooped. But I should have equipped the Emery first, played like a bobble from the yard, and then move to the construct afterwards. Well, for whatever reason, like I was thinking they were at 7, so it wasn't gonna matter as long as I got the Riddler off the board, but they were at 6 because they fetched, and playing the other artifact just like actually made it lethal. I just wasn't thinking about it actually making it lethal. Hans, what's up? I don't want Ashiok here. Fast Ashiok could be pretty sweet. What do I not want? Talc Rebuke's just probably worse than Mystical Dispute if it's coming in. Bomb's pretty meh. All right. We just find... I don't even think we milled over a Phoenix Fleet airship at any point. So they just like don't know this card is in our 75. What a list. Should have seen the process of getting the list together. That was a wild time. This list needs a second copy of Undercity Sewers. Should have definitely ran 2. A Wan Shimi. All right. On, play it to Fairy. You know you want to. I really want to just metallic or mystical dispute that because I feel like they don't have a third land. That gonna make dudes this turn. They do have second white now, so if they have Wrath the Skies in their sideboard, be a pretty good time for it. What about make a construct instead of mystical dispute? Probably too greedy. I feel like he'd bounce the saga there. Like, drawing a single card, I don't think is worth setting yourself back like 2 turns. Like, I don't think that them letting me make 2 constructs and tutor is worth drawing 1 card off Wan Shi Tong. But it's up to 9 cards in hand. Number 2, pending. I want to spell bomb my Emery. Do you have a Phoenix fleet in the yard? Spell bomb the Wan Shi, take some of this pressure off. Elishnorn. Kind of surprised to see Elishnorn. they go for pending on the construct and pay the ward, am I more interested in mystical dispute or am I interested in deadly dispute? I'm interested in mystical dispute. I can still deadly dispute away like the Mox Amber on my turn. I have to kind of keep an eye on the clock too. Discarding again. That's a pretty good one. One she for nothing. Why deadly dispute? Because we've got Phoenix Fleet airships in the deck. We've got Tamiyo that gets sack value. Man, I really want to go for this Tamiyo deadly dispute right here. Just sack off the Amber. Or commemorate that. Okay. We'll put this at the bottom now. The fairy. You know you want to tick it up. Oh wait, they can't down tick on the construct. Oh man. That just keeps getting more and more weird. Show me a Basim. Unfortunately, I think we have to take out the Teferi since I can't actually kill them here. They have the Wrath now. Totally do. Yep. Wrath into Riddler. Well, don't think that could have gone much worse for us. Helga. We get a Basim. Just ask nicely. Right, so here, if they do cast Quantum Riddler, I still get another Basim trigger off this one. I have a pending. Yep. Excessive Pursuit. Play that, but I don't get any triggers off of it this turn. I'm not going to down tick the Ashiok in case they choose to attack at it. Have a Solitude. Wrath. Okay. Well, let's see if we can see a little bit more of your deck. Two or nothing to go off of. It really looked like Solitude was their only way of answering Harbinger. I'm kind of more on board with that. This Phoenix Fleet airship would probably be pretty decent if we ever saw one. We need a couple artifact lands in here. Hadn't really felt like we needed one. Be wrong, but football was turned off a few times. What I noticed, I feel like it was online every time we needed it to be online. Maybe wrong, but what I recall. I know it's definitely a hot take, but I think this is a play pattern that shouldn't exist in modern. This whole Solitude Ephemerate on turn one. I think that shouldn't be a thing. Personally, I think it's just like not interesting gameplay. It's not healthy or productive. To get down the Phoenix fleet this turn, assuming they don't have a removal spell. So let me get Mishra's Bauble here. Saga sacks itself as a state-based action, right? It's not like it destroys itself. hate that I'm taking time to do this. The Saga's controller sacrifices it. Okay. Just double check before I start making any actions. And I think I will play this Emery. No takebacks here. Unfortunately not. And I got Mishra's Bauble so that I would be able to have another sacrifice next turn. Force negation blue card if they have Wrath the Skies. Could also just let a Wrath the Skies go. How much is the crew on this? One singular crew. I think I'll go for the block. If they decide to like ephemerate the Solitude, take out the Phoenix fleet, then I still get to like crack my bauble, make a second one, keep Emery around. Or they could have just not realized that it was crew one. Okay. Wrath the Skies for 0, which is only currently hitting Mishra's Bauble, Mox Opal, Construct. So I think I'm going to crack Bauble, let this go. Let them have my Construct token and Opal. Keep up Force Negation. And then Emery can get back Bauble on my turn to trigger these again. Start with Emery, target Bauble. Sim. Cast Bauble. Saga. Have to go ahead and use this now that my Phoenix fleets trigger. I'm trying to keep an eye on the timer. No more Solitude, and I get to draw 2 cards. Or no, I cracked one on their end step, or in response to the Wrath. That's right. have another Elishnorn? Sure. So Opal, trigger Basim. Temur back or Emery back, Bobble. Negation is fine. I think here I do just play the Harbinger. I can't Wrath the Skies. I don't think they have a Solitude or they would have used it by now. Ah! Well, we got to do the Phoenix Fleet thing. Don't say I never gave the people what they wanted. That was a pretty, like, grindy matchup to get to outvalue. That's kind of dope. So I definitely feel like we want another copy of Undercity Sewers. That would have been really nice to have. Or chip this back. Better. Both on a mulligan. Turn 2 Emery, maybe a turn 3 Harbinger. Or we could just draw Mox and have a turn 1 Emery. Raucous Theater. Raucous Theater, mill a prismatic ending. Is this like Mardu Blink or something? Please be Mardu Pyromancer. Please be Mardu Pyromancer. That would be so freaking cool. Discard a young Pyromancer, unearth it. Could be Reanimator or Gorios. Yeah, I just wouldn't have expected a prismatic ending with a Raucous Theater. or like any of those. Not like an, oh my God, I'm shocked and appalled, the world's ending, but not the options I would have thought of. Either on 4-color or just has no way of actually hard casting Oculus, which would be kind of funny. But he's totally about to go get like a... Please tell me this is Mardu with just no way of actually casting this. That would be so dope. Wanted the 3rd land. I mean, if he kept the 3rd land on top and has like another Oculus in hand, surely it's not a Surveil, right? Patrick, what's up? Like, he could just be flashing back Faithless Looting, which I'd be pretty happy with. Discard Graveyard Trespasser and Fear of Missing Out. All right, let me hit this land. We'll take that. We will take that. About ready to laugh if I saw Steam Vents come in there. We'll get what? Opal. Carry on. Well, now he can hard cast Oculus. I should have thought about this more. I've given him Oculus mana. Hold up. Oh no, we're cooked. Mistakes were made. Mistakes were made. Emery. Give this Emery vigilance real quick. Ah, Nihil Spellbomb. I should have played Emery first. Oof. Hunts all around. Do it. No! No! I knew it. I knew it. Knew it. I could Metallic Rebuke or Deadly Dispute in response to try to hit a Metallic Rebuke. But if I do that, I can't make a construct. Can race this pretty easy. I don't think I would say pretty easy, because they're getting to make a chump blocker every turn. And they've got like 4 turns of blockers lined up already. Like, not impossible, but... Oh, wait, hold up. Do I have the play? Is the play to sack off one of these deadly dispute away my harbinger after their turn to make more constructs and tutor up like a spell bomb? Is that the play? That kind of feels like the play. Especially if they use like all of their mana here or just tap down. All right, so no response here. Make a construct. Response. Get spell bomb. Emery back. Nihil spell bomb. Attack with our 2 11/11s. Go. New Amber. Bounce Oculus. Spell bomb you. Sure. Play Tamio, and we still have Metallic Rebuke up. Do it. I don't want you having a free discard of an Oculus here. Never mind. Never mind. What am I planning for? Aren't I the fool? Helping hand. On 4 unearth, 4 helping hand. I don't know. I'm just out here so I don't get fined. Aether Spellbomb wins. No, they have one more blocker than I can attack. They're always going to have enough blockers. Since I'm not killing, I want to make sure I'm dealing with Unearth here. Or Helping Hand, or insert whatever target reanimate spell. Got it. There's one guy who said Urza Saga is weak. Didn't say it's weak, said it wasn't strong. Do I want Harbinger or do I not want Harbinger? Giving my opponent the ability to hardcast Oculus sounds rough. My land made 44 power. Exactly. Like my uncounterable land just made 4 11/11 bodies. Card sucks. When's the last time you cast a Kroxa? Is the last time I cast a Kroxa? I think I couldn't tell you the last time I cast one exactly, but the last time that I played Kroxa and it was really good was in Jund Death Shadow during the scam era. Kroxa was really, really good in the scam matchup. So somewhere right around the scam metas, the last time I played it, that it was actually like playable, but I'm sure that I've cast one at least once since then. Cooked up a terrible Jund aggro list, you say? You're right, this is terrible. I hate the 3 ofs. Like if Tarmogoyf is good enough to play in your deck, Tarmogoyf's good enough to be a 4 of. Cut a Cecil, put a Goyf. Cecil sucks. This card's awful. Needs more Grim Flayers. Taking this deck like we're ever going to play it. This hand slaps. Please, opponent, do not have like a thought seize. Oh baby. Oh baby. Remember when we thought Cecil was the best card ever? I don't think I have ever for a moment said or thought that Cecil was the best card ever. Not even remotely. I feel like I've hated that card since day one. And it's kind of undeserving to Cecil because I don't think I hate it because of what the card is. I think I hate it because everybody was like, oh, this saves Shadow. This makes Shadow good again. This is the savior of Death Shadow. And like not even close. Opponent playing around Harbinger. They are. Fear of missing out. I don't really care about fear of missing out, but I think I want to use my mana here. And I kind of don't want to give him just a free discard. Abhorrent Oculus. Very abhorrent thing for you to do. Bobble. Fine, I'll just sit here and draw 2 cards a turn, right? Ooh, piece of candy. Not casting anything. Air my Urza Saga. I like that. I'm just going to go ahead and bobble now. Try to give myself a chance to draw into Metallic Rebuke. More sagas. Got it. Airship would be a sick top deck. Airship would be pretty decent. NGL. Also pretty decent. Hey, look, it's both of the pretty decent things. Are we Storm? Because I feel like Storm. Kind of feels stormy. That was pretty dope. I approve of that match of magic. You know, it's crazy. We don't even lose to Wrath for 1 right now. I mean, once we get Phoenix Fleet down, you're pretty right. Like Phoenix Fleet Emery seems like pretty good insulation into Wrath. Well, I guess we'll keep turn 1 Emery. I wouldn't say we broke anything. Still like a ways off of broke territory. Ocelot Pride. So we get to Obsessive Pursuit. Wait, we can go. No, I have to go Swamp. That's lame. So Swamp, Obsessive Pursuit gives me the clue token to turn on Mox Opal. Can I... After that? Godless Shrine. Orcish Bowmaster. Do I care about Orcish Bowmaster? I don't think I care about this. I think I just crack my clue and let this go. Like, they'll get to attack me for 1 here, make a dude. That's fine. I have double Metallic Rebuke up. Man, you know what I really wish I had in my main deck right now is a Shadow Spear. That'd be pretty sick. That would do some good stuff for me. If I crack this, get an Undercity, play Emery, Undercity, Emery, Construct. I think I'm better off just going Emery for Opal, play new Emery. Shrews Bobble. I was supposed to float blue before that. Whoops. Want to get the Lava Spur boots just to have, or I guess I want to get the Nihil Spell Bomb in case of Flage. You know what would be pretty dope is an airship. An airship at some point during all of this. And opponent not having a copy of Goblin Bombardment. Why didn't we try to get 3 sacks and get lifelink? Well, at the moment, like 3 sacks and lifelink isn't really doing anything for us. Like we gain a little bit of life and they chump with a token somewhere. Doesn't feel that exciting. We can't draw another card. I'll definitely be trying to get lifelink next turn. But this is just like the spot that having a Shadow Spear would be a free win. Just knowing I don't have one in the 75 sucks. Oh, we can kill the Ajani. Hold up. Hold up. So now we can gain the life because the chump box don't matter. Bruh. Stop. Stop it, my guy. Ah. I can't block this because they just kill me. Don't block it and they make like 7 tokens. Anything. I do have an Aether Spell Bomb. So I could go buy back Spell Bomb, bounce the Ajani. Like I could gain a bunch of life off of a construct here. I don't know if that's good enough. I heal you. Locker on board. Free because we get this life back. Wait, have I already drawn a card? Have I only drawn one this turn? No, I drew off Spellbomb and I drew off Basim, so I can't flip Tamiyo. We just need blue Spellbomb. This game's back. I don't think so because they're making multiple cat tokens every turn. And like, I can't block these or I'm just dead to the Ajani flip. Or I can't block the Ocelot. So it's just kind of like treading water here. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine. Cameo gets to block one of the X ones for free. Or the 2/1s. We're like super duper dead to bombardment, but we were dead to bombardment a while ago. Why are you discharged targeting your own Ajani? Is this a punt? This looks like a punt. Looks like a punt. Wrong cat. There was 70 of them you could target and you chose the one incorrect one. Literally any other cat gets the job done. Just never punished. Like I gained 75,000 life. It just doesn't matter. Killed Tamiyo over 2 turns. I guess we have Basim and Tamiyo that can attack. Hold up, we might have a plan here. Six. I need to flip Tamio here. I need to flip Tamio because I need to blank all of these X1s. As well as Ocelot Pride. Play new Mox Soap or Mox Amber. Keep new one. All right. You ready for this? So opponent is going to cast their new Ajani. The new Ajani is going to kill the old Ajani, and there's going to be a flip trigger. The new Ajani is going to flip with Ajani's ETB still on the stack, and we're going to sink into stupor the Ajani after it flips. Before the ETB is resolved so they can't zero and use it. Or they do the right thing, but this means we can just respond to this trigger with sink into stupor the Ajani. So either way, we would be able to get there. Now they don't have a way to legend rule the Ajani. It's fine. If they have, like, the only attacks they have are the 2-1s, which we just ignore. And then, like, some of the derpy other stuff we just don't care about. Cool, you got it. All I need is to trigger Basim on my turn, which I've got Imri stuff, or I've got Mishra's Bauble from hand. Nice. Nice. All right, that was dope. That was dope. Got Ghost Vacuum, Stern Scolding, Deluge, probably bring in Pithing Needle. Answers a Johnny or Goblin Bombardment. Things I do not want as much. Tamio is a little bit weaker, not only against energy in general, but now that I know they have Bowmaster. Deadly Dispute a little bit worse. Harbinger's pretty bad. Hope he throwing that game away. Yeah, just the mistake on the Metallic Rebuke on their own dude. Or on the Ajani. It's kind of brutal. Ragioli. Have to be weary of the clock here. Somebody asked if version 2, Ramo, was that you that asked if version 2 is going to have Shadow Spear? Absolutely. I think if you're playing Urza's Saga and you don't have a Shadow Spear somewhere in the 75, you're just doing yourself a disservice. Because like a big construct with the Shadow Spear is auto win against any aggressive deck in the format. Especially any like creature based need to attack deck. There's like no reason not to include it. If I was gonna pithing needle something here, what would I pithing needle? Goblin Bombardment. Flip side of a Johnny. Deck is sick. If Mox Opal wasn't so expensive in paper, I'd play a Mopal deck. I'm right there with you. Like, I really wanted to build into a Mox Opal deck back when it was like Oko, Imri, Urza, Mox Opal, Cryptic Command, Gilded Goose. I thought that deck was super, super sick and never built into it. Then it got banned. And now we've got Urza's Saga, Opal back, Mox Amber's a thing now. I think artifact mana in general is just like one of the most busted things you can do in all of Magic. Hit Ghost Vacuum. Bad. Meltdown. Meltdown for 0. We'll float a blue. Bobble you. No response to Meltdown. I don't even think they realized that blew up their own treasure. Maybe they did, but doubt it. So next turn, if I go land, Mox Opal, I can make a dude and have Metallic Rebuke up. So I'll let you have Ghost Vacuum. Full bobble pass. Urza Saga up. Got Urza Saga plus Metallic Rebuke. It's fine. Main phase surveil. Make a 4/4. Untap. Make a 5/5. Wear tear. Raven charm my token. And I kind of want to let this go. So I'm just going to have another construct. No, I can metallic rebuke this and have another rebuke up, right? And counter this, get another Mox Opal. Make a dude, get another Mox Opal, play a land, and be able to attack, or I could just get something else. Fun. How's the pursuit been? It's been decent. Haven't had any like major complaints from it. Been cool, at the very least. Guide of Sizzles. Two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine. I have no idea what this block or what this attack means. Maybe like they have a second Ocelot Pride. Sephiroth. Sephiroth. 3-0 though this league. That's kind of dope. Despite our not including a Shadow Spear, it would have made that match a lot easier. But I think that game one against Boros or Mardu, Bolt, since you asked, we gained like 30 life off of Obsessive Pursuit. A little slow on the draw. So we're hoping we're not up against something too aggressive. hope we're not up against anything too aggressive. No, never mind, not prowess. Not a good sign for us. Well, who do we think is going to have the bigger constructs when it's all said and done? Man, that would get the game over with pretty quick. Unfortunately, I think we're going to be dead before Phoenix Fleet's able to come down. Want to make a construct before they search in case they get pithing needle. A-wire might. Okay. Well, there goes the Phoenix Fleet airship plan. Free steel. So there goes the staying alive plan. They're going to sack the Haywire Might before this resolves. Try to be big brained. All right. I don't think we have an out from here. I think that's just kind of the case of opponent being the saga deck on the play. Hopefully we can right that wrong in game 2. I think I want a bunch of consigned memories just to like stop their saga activations while keeping mine. Is it Metalcraft play spear? I have no idea. That's not a good sign for me. Not a good sign at all. Guess Tamio is kind of free. Gonna bother going after the Emery because I'm sure they're just not going to draw another card. Maybe they'll be nice and draw another card. Super awesome of them. Okay, so we get to make a construct. Do we float here? Like, do I want to get another Mox Opal? Just getting a no, because that doesn't do anything. I could get another Amber. Probably fine. Pass back. I think I have to consign this Saga trigger. I do not need them making constructs. Well, tried to be cheeky. Was in fact not cheeky. Oh, interesting draws. I don't know. I guess there's a chance we could just like outpower them here. I don't think it's a very good chance, but we get to like convert this metallic rebuke on something. Maybe they just go to like Hardcast or Riddler. Guess they're just gonna replay. I was a Mardu energy player from earlier. GG's messed up real bad. GG's for sure. Yeah, as soon as you cast that discharge, I looked up. I was like, wait, is that pointing at your own Johnny? Like there's 17 cats on board that would be good to target. That's the one that's not. Nah, I get it completely. Hmm. We put him down to 3. 3 is not dead. I think we're pretty just cooked this game. And it's just the better artifact based saga deck. Little too fast, little too go wide, little too interactive. I'd be happy if we could get a 4-1 with a rough draft of this deck. Not sure what we could add to help out with opposing saga matchups. I guess you could add what's the 1 in a black, destroy a creature or enchantment, lose life equal to its CMC. What's the name of that one? Not no, it's not Bitter Triumph. Yeah, feed the swarm. Could run feed the swarm if we were worried about the saga mirrors. Real though, have we drawn or cast the airship yet? Yes, we have drawn and cast the airship one time. Pretty terrible. Aha. No idea what we're up against, but I like having on curve plays. No. No, my airship. My airship. My poor airship. Here, take a bobble. Take a bobble instead. Oh my God, I was kidding. They saw me keep a card on top, right? Frog. All right. Force negation. All right, what you got? Fatal push by Emery. They gotta have force negation for this air fleet, right? Or give you the block you want. Maybe this is a strategic betrayal. Deadly dispute. Could have force negation. I don't think that would be a crazy. Have force negation. I don't think that would be a crazy call out. Card on top. I don't need to worry about playing around something like Fatal Push because they already have Delirium from their fetch land. I think I'm going to hold up. Yeah. They kept on. I wish I just had one more land here. So I could like hold up Deadly Dispute. And still Spell Bomb. Yeah, got the Fatal Push now. Okay. Guess making the Emery one cheaper is totally worth it. Let it go. Let it go, please. You know what would be dope would be an Urza's Saga off the top here. Because that's usually how my Affinity opponents run, is like Urza's Saga into second Urza's Saga into fourth and fifth Urza's Saga. Doing this now because I want to keep hitting in with this Bowmasters. And either I'm doing it now or I'm doing it like on their turn. But at least now I get to do it with one more point of damage. Something like Basim would be a really cool draw. Harbinger of the Seas. Okay. Well, that does cut off the Phoenix fleet. Unless I want to get back like Mishra's Bauble this turn. I think I will go for Deadly Dispute though. Spell Pierce. Kind of joking about that Spell Pierce. spell snare I would have been pretty believable about. Thoughts very different from what you had, but love me some Asmo as well. Let's take a look. Little Asmarano, Mordecai, Nicole Dakar, Cauldron Familiar, Croaks, and Mayhem Devil. I've actually never played a Mayhem Devil deck, so I kind of have no clue how good it is or what. I know I've heard of plenty of people having like ridiculously explosive turns with Mayhem Devil, but I've just never personally like done the thing. Unearth would be pretty cool in a shell like this, because you unearth Asmo off like a looting, or unearth Mayhem Devil or something. I don't know where you would possibly find room for it. Maybe like cut into some witches' ovens or something with Saga, but Archon of Cruelty. Ah. Have Archon of Cruelty on the old bingo card. On of Cruelty. And I guess if they have another persist, this gets like really bad for me really quick, right? They're going to let me untap for a turn. Did not expect to get to untap with a spell bomb at any point during this game. This could be us clawing back into this. Could have done that off the Mox Opal, but oh well. Don't have an answer. Don't have an answer. Don't have an answer. Oh boy. The post-metallic rebuke land of shame. I know ye all too well. So I could go for casting the airship here. See if I can just force that through. It's pretty bad if they have like a force negation or something. And I don't get to trigger it here. But I kind of feel like if I'm ever going to go for it, this is the turn. I know this doesn't trigger the airship, but I get like a free soak up 2 damage from this Harbinger. I'm 1000% never doing anything that would get this Harbinger off the board. So we can... What's the play here? Just Emery second airship. Emery Bobble second airship. Or I could crack a clue. Yeah, that's what I do. Crack a clue. Emery back Opal. Or no, I can just Emery back Spell Bomb. I don't know. I think I just flipped Tamio here. How in the hell did we come back on this game? Oh man, we got Archon, we got countered multiple times. No business coming back and winning that one. Okay, so this is like Dimir Reanimator. Persist, Unearth, Harbinger, Archon. Flipping Tamio would have made it so your best card on the table only dealt you 1 a turn instead of 2. Literally cutting the clock in half. Are you keeping this? Any land and it pops off. Mox Amber, second bauble, and it pops off. Disciplined. This also needs land. Gran. Oh shit. Oh shit. um Gran. Don't do it to me. Damn it. You just play a frog here. Not a frog, but take it. It's not persisting in Archon. That's got to count for something. If I had known I was going to hit land drops, I might have just played the Urza Saga turn 1 so that it would be coming off with a spell bomb this turn. Grand's a terror here. Hacking and looting. Here. Can't go for a sim here. If this were a metallic rebuke instead of a mystical dispute, I could. Big bucks, no whammies. Big bucks, no whammies. Up. Hold up. Pass the turn. Pass the turn. Pass the turn and don't have a consigned memory. Us a ghost vacuum for cool like that. Fortunately, can't flip our Tamio, but we do just have a chunky construct token. Vacuum out. How far that gets us. Harbinger. Or no, this is just Oculus. Oh, Oculus is a problem. Oculus is a problem. Snap resolve Basim. Snap resolve Basim into no blocks on the 5/5. That could mean this is another Oculus. I already know they have another Gram. Block is like kind of free. Going down to 6 in the face of Basim. Bold. Oculus. Yikes. Ghost Vacuum does a whole lot of nothing. I don't have any creatures to do anything with. All right. So at the moment, depending on what we draw, we can win the race. Because we get Basim here to draw a card off of first Basim. Keep old Basim. We hit you for 2 unblockable. Counter. Do I go ahead and play the Bowmasters? If I cast the Bowmasters, then I have to draw a 0 mana artifact unless I want to hold Mox Opal. I think I play out the Mox Opal. Cast. Not stopping like a fatal push anyway. Spell Bomb is fine. My turn. Triggers. Got to be like Spell Bomb looking for fatal push, right? Then doing this so I have the most mana available if I need to crack clues to find an answer for a fatal push. But if this is just crack Spell Bomb, draw a card, they go down to 3 mana, they can't cast push and pay for Rebuke. The champions of the 4-1 bracket. Losing the Saga Mirror felt a little bit bad, but I'm not too shocked by that one. It was really cool, though, getting to run over some of these other matchups. I wish Phoenix Fleet had made a little more of an appearance. It was definitely a cool card to see. Go away, giant screen. A cool card to see when we did see it. I just felt like we didn't see it much. What did I like and dislike in the back? First off, Emery is nuts. Emery is a stupid magic card. And every time I play with Emery or play against Emery, I'm angry at the world. Emery's nuts. Basim was really, really good. Cameo, fine. Obsessive Pursuit was okay-ish. I don't think we ever had time to like crack the clue tokens. So I'd probably just drop the pursuit for like 4th airship. I know I want second Undercity sewers in the deck. Second sewers, drop pursuit for 4th airship. Probably drop like 3rd dispute for Shadow Spear. Maybe move the Harbinger to the sideboard, but something like that I think would be a good next step for the deck. But I think Basim is like super underplayed, especially in these kind of shells. I'd be good with running this back at some point. I think it was fun.